would constitute rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy, and conspiracy, conspiracy, and conspiracy, and conspiracy, conspiracy.
What's up at welcome sa Pochoklak. Ito ang ika-17 episode ng Reliti ko, kung saan tinitingnan natin ang mga relo ng mga politiko at binibigyan ko kayo ng masabot kayang alternatibo. Lahat ngayon ay nakaantabay sa mga hearing patungkol sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Kaya naman, sa video nito, susuri tayo ng 5 sa mga relo na isinusuot ng mga kongresista. Una, Jervy Luistro. Pangalawa, Benny Abante. Pangatlo, J. Kong Hun. Pang-apat, Rog Gutierrez. At panglima, Bel Zamora. Bago tayo magsimula, wrist check muna. Suot ko ngayon ang Vario Versa. Ang review ko para sa relo na ito, it's coming out in a week or so. Kung excited kayong mapanood ang review na yan when it drops, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito sa relo ni Congresswoman Jervy Luistro, para malaman natin kung ano ang relo na ito, kailangan nating tingnan dito, pinaka-importante para sa akin, ay yung bezel and bracelet niya. Notice how the bezel flows into the bracelet and vice versa. Also notice na doon sa bezel ay merong screws, samantalang doon sa bracelet ay meron ding dalawang screw per link. Doon naman tayo sa hugis nung case nito, it's shaped like a square. And then pag pumunta tayo dun sa dial, it's got that very dark color. I think it's a dark blue. And then it uses Roman numerals. Especially at the 6 o'clock position, mapapansin nyo, parang Roman numeral 6 pa rin ang gamit. At dahil sa mga katangian natin, this is a Cartier Santos in the medium size with the blue dial. I really love featuring the Cartier Santos on this channel in my videos. I feature it quite a bit, but not as much as Daytonas or Nautiluses. And the reason I love it is because of the history. It's actually named after Alberto Santos Dumont, who was a Brazilian aviator. He asked Louis Cartier to make a watch for him na magagamit niya sa himpapawid at madadalian siyang basahin if ever he needed to know the time. And that's what Louis Cartier did. And this watch is a descendant of that very first men's wristwatch and very first pilot's watch. Ang SRP ng relong ito at present is 589,000 pesos. But on the secondary market, I see examples sell for up to 500,000 pesos. Pero of course, if you want peace of mind and you want the whole Cartier buying experience, syempre buying it at retail just for me would be the most advisable option. But if you're looking for a discount, I think you can find good examples on the secondary market, lalo na with Cartier watches. Typically, once you walk out of the store for something like this, they immediately scratch. So you would have many good options on the secondary market if you're just looking for a more manageable price. In terms of the alternative, I'm giving to you a Casio watch. I'll just put the reference here. And the reason I'm recommending it is primarily because of the case shape and the dial color, but the similarities end there. In terms of the concessions, number one is really the visual concession. This watch is very utilitarian when it comes to its design. It's very functional. It has a date functionality, and it's easy to read the time. You compare that to the Cartier Santos in the medium size with the blue dial. Its legibility is not very good, but it's designed very well. It's really made to look more like a piece of jewelry than a watch. But I love Cartier for that. They have these really unique designs that do stand out. Apart from that, the visual concessions, technical concessions naman tayo, where the movement of this watch is a quartz movement. It's got finishing and quality control that will be much lower than the Cartier, but you expect that comparing a product such as this one to a luxury product such as the Cartier Santos. But if you look at the price of this watch, it retails for 5,940 pesos, and I think that's a pretty good price, especially if you're just getting into the hobby. And it's coming from a brand that is well loved by watch enthusiasts. Dito naman sa relo ni Congressman Benny Abante, we have to cite our source this time around, and I will cite Tribune.net. Sabi ng Tribune.net.ph, ang relo nito ay isang Richard Mille RM11-03. Look, you all know how much I am not a fan of Richard Mille, but not necessarily the designs themselves, but more on the price. So, Richard Mille watches are ultra luxury products, and I was actually thinking the other day that para sa inyo na mga nakapanood ng Art of Sarah, yung atake ng Brandon na Dubois is actually very similar to how Richard Mille did it. So they came out with these products that are super overpriced for what they are, even comparing it to Swiss juggernauts like Patek Philippe and Vacheron Constantin and Audemars Piguet. So they stepped into the market, sold their watches at a really high price, and they had created this image na hindi ka nila bebentahan kung ordinaryo ka lang na tao. And I am really not a fan of that approach. I usually associate luxury, and the traditional meaning of luxury always has something to do with luxury and exclusivity. But Richard Mille, I think, went all in on the exclusivity, and that allowed them to be very desirable. And I think it's an approach that I can understand and I can appreciate from a business perspective, but it's not something that makes me excited personally. And so you look at someone like Congressman Pastor Benny Abante, who puts people on trial, but he's wearing Richard Milles. Kung tama ang source natin, syempre. So ang relo na ito, on the secondary market, it sells for up to 299,000 euros. In Philippine pesos, yan ay nasa mga 21.7 million pesos. Plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa, because you'll not be able to find this easily dito sa Pilipinas. Pero mukhang ito si Pastor may mga access sa mga ganyang mga klaseng seller. So, bibigyan natin sa kanya yan. But for the price, I think it's just not worth it. So, alternative-wise, dahil nga hindi worth it, I always recommend this brand called Tsar Bomba with the Elemental Calendar. I'll put the reference here para madali nyong ma-look up ang relo na ito, and I've also put the link in the description. But basically, it's easy to understand, I think, why I am recommending this watch. You look at them side by side on your screens right now, and I think it's going to be obvious why I'm recommending this. In terms of the concessions, the movement of this watch is a quartz movement as opposed to the mechanical movement on the Richard Mille. And the materials here might not be as bespoke as the Richard Mille watch. But let's be honest here, Richard Mille doesn't really use materials that are all that unique. This watch, the Tsar Bomba, sabi ko nga, I think visually it looks really close. And you look at the price of this watch, 13,500 pesos. And plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa kasi this will come from abroad. So you would have to import it. But you're getting into a design na medyo divisive. So there are a lot of people who are just brought in by hype. And this is actually an opportunity for you to try out the design and at a low price point. And then go from there. Evaluate whether you love the design or not. And so that's why I think Tsar Bomba is a good entry point into this design for you to understand it first and see for yourself whether it works for you. Dito naman sa relo ni Juan Mig Bondok, Congressman Jay Kong Hun, ang kailangan po nating tingnan, the case shape. So it's shaped like the oyster case. Let's look at the case color as well. Parang rose gold ang dating niyan. There are also pushers on the side. Kahit kalahati lang nakikita natin, the pushers are quite clearly there. You'll also note that in terms of the dial, parang rose gold din or brown gold yung color niya. And then at the 3 o'clock position, you'll notice that there is a sub-dial. At dahil sa mga katangin natin, this is a Rolex Daytona, reference 126515LN. And the Daytona is a watch that I typically feature on this channel. One thing to note here is if you see the Daytona with an oyster flex strap, yan yung tawag dun sa rubber strap na naririto, the cases are normally made of precious metal. So in this specific case, it's made of ever rose gold. Ang relo na ito, it retails for 2,522,500 pesos. But on the secondary market, it sells higher at 3 million pesos. And if you want the watch now, you would have to resort to the secondary market kasi hindi ito available sa mga boutique ng Rolex dito sa Pilipinas. In terms of the alternative, I'm giving you a Casio Edifice watch, the EFR 556PC 2AV, which I'm recommending because of the chronograph with a rose gold case watch. So, yan ang similarities nila. And the similarities will end there. Concession-wise, una, visually, it's much bigger, 8.7 millimeters bigger. The chronograph orientation here is 12, 9, and 6 as opposed to 9, 6, and 3. on the Daytona. The bezel is not black and it's not a tachymeter. It's an elapsed time bezel if I'm not mistaken. Tapos yung materials nito, syempre it will probably be steel and then coated para maging rose gold. Finishing will be so-so and the movement here is quartz. But it retails for 11,190 pesos, and kung nasa TikTok shop kayo, I think you can probably get that at a discount. So I think it's a good value proposition if you want to achieve the look na ng Daytona 126515 LN. But you just have to be aware of the concessions and you should be good to go. So dito naman tayo kay Rog Gutierrez na miyembro ng YoungGuns.ph. So ang kailangan po nating tingnan dito is the all-black look. The case shape na very similar to the watch that Congresswoman Jervy Luistro was wearing. Tapos tingnan din natin yung strap bezel integration and the screws on the strap. At dahil sa mga katangin, I think this is a Cartier Santos in the large size with the ADLC coating. So this watch is the large version as opposed to the medium. This one is 5 millimeters bigger across than the Cartier Santos medium. And I think it's a pretty good looking watch. It has a good solution for the shiny bezel na sobrang scratch magnet because it's this sort of material and this sort of finish is more scratch resistant than the polished steel. So ang relo na ito, retail price is 688,000 pesos, but on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 530,000 pesos. And it's a similar story with the Santos medium kanina na sabi ko, if you want peace of mind, go for retail, but if you want a discount and you're willing to accept some risk, I think the secondary market dito sa Pilipinas is a good option for you. There are a lot of examples of this watch on the secondary market, some even cheaper than 530,000. In terms of the alternative, kasi mahal pa rin ang 530,000, even if yung kay Pastor Benny Abanto mas sobrang mahal. Ang nire-recommend ko ay ang Ingersoll Ollie, which I'm recommending because of the all-black look, the case shape, and the bezel shape. Tapos yung concessions naman, this one comes on a leather strap. The Santos large black ADLC has two options pagdating sa strap. It's got a skeletonized dial as well. So kita nyo ang kalamnan ng relo. And the finishing will not be at the same level as the Cartier. Apart from that, Ingersoll is a watch brand that I think has some history. But as of now, when I try to do research about who owns it, what their processes are like, they're not super transparent. So it's a shady brand overall. But I think if you're just going after the looks, this is a good alternative, especially with the price at 28,495 pesos. Link in the description kung interesado kayo. This is a good alternative. You just look at these watches side by side and it's easy to mistake one for the other. Kaya naman tingin ko, magandang alternative, especially visually, ang relo na ito. Dito sa relo naman ni Congresswoman Bel Zamora, ang kailangan po nating tingnan dito, the color of the case and the bracelet. So, mapapansin nyo, yellow gold ang kulay niyan. You look at the bracelet of this watch, it's very distinctive with the ultra-fine bracelet links. You look at the dial, it seems to be color white, and the size here also makes me think that, this is just the right size for the Congresswoman. At dahil sa mga katangin I think this is a Cartier Panther, probably in the medium size. So, Panther is named after the emblematic animal of Cartier, and sabi ng Cartier, ang relo na ito ay pinapangalan after the bracelet. And that makes sense kasi pag tinignan nyo lang yung case ng relong ito, it looks like a Santos, but it's named this way because of how the movement in the bracelet is actually sort of reminiscent of how a panther moves. So ang relo na ito, SRP is 2,378,000 pesos. And I do see it sell on the secondary market sa ibang bansa, but it's awfully close to this price. Kaya I think it just makes more sense to buy at retail if you want the watch. Kasi pag binili nyo pa to abroad, you would have to pay shipping, taxes, and duties. And yung mga equivalent na nakikita ko is 2.1. So for me, the move that makes the most sense, the most realistic move is to buy this at retail. Kasi hindi ko rin ito masyado nakikita dito sa secondary market dito sa Pilipinas. Pero hindi natin alam, baka si Congresswoman ay may mga connections. So, ang alternative naman na naisip ko para sa relo na ito ay ang Alba AH7AC2X1. So, kaya ako ito nire-recommend because of the gold tone case and bracelet, the Roman numerals, and the white dial. But that is, as is typical at this point, the similarities end there. Concession-wise, the bracelet styles here would be very different. The gold tone used here is pink instead of yellow. The case shape here is rectangular instead of squarish. Tapos yung finishing ng relo nito is going to be rough around the edges, and the materials here are not at the same class as the Panther. Pero you look at the SRP of this watch, 5,300 pesos at retail. This looks quite good, especially for the price, and this is a brand that is part of the Seiko family overall. So I think you could not really go wrong with this Alba watch if you're just going after that classy look. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng 5 mga relo na isinusuot ng mga kongresista. At sa lahat ng mga relong tinignan natin sa video nito, ang pinaka-paborito ko dyan, the Cartier Santos in the medium size with the blue dial. I really love the Cartier Santos, especially with the history behind this watch as the very first men's wristwatch and the very first pilot's watch. And apart from that, it's quite distinct, especially in comparison to how other watches or other modern watches look these days. Doon naman tayo sa alternatives. Ang pinaka-paborito ko doon, yung Tsar Bomba. I think this really looks very close to the Richard Mille, and at just a fraction of the price, you are able to test out this kind of watch style. I think it's sort of a no-brainer, especially for those who are able and willing to afford it. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba pong inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo meron pang ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo yung video nito, please hit the like button. At kung trip nyo ganitong klaseng content, watch reviews, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!